Okay, so today we are going to talk about all the books that we bought again, because not so much him, but I can't help myself, and he took me to a bookstore that was selling pretty much, like, what would you call that? Like when
They're bargain price
yeah.
books. Yeah, this was a mistake.
Yeah, he kind of took me to the wrong sale. So they were like, $5, $4, $3, and they were what I consider well-known books. So I bought a lot. But he's going to start first because his pile is smaller, because he knows what self-control is, and I do not. So let's go.
All right, so the first one I got is poetry of W.B. Yeats. He's one of Ireland's greatest writers and helped revive Irish literature. One of his famous quotes that you might have heard is, "I have spread my dreams under your feet. Tread softly because you tread on my dreams." The next one is poetry of John Donne. He was a metaphysical poet of the English Renaissance and an orator, adventurer, politician, theologian, essayist. So I remember reading some of his stuff in college, which I enjoyed. Then I bought Walden by Henry David Thoreau. I think he spent 2 years in seclusion and chronicled his thoughts and things like that. So I look forward to reading about that. Just heard about that on Philosophize This podcast that he talked about Henry David Thoreau. So saw that and bought it. And then another one I bought that I've never read was Gulliver's Travels by Jonathan Swift. It's about Lemuel Gulliver to Lilliput and some other places, tiny people and all that. So look forward to that. Then I bought Walt Whitman's Leaves of Grass. Another poet. Whitman is celebrates the regenerative power of nature and the immortal divinity of the human soul. I've always liked what he's written, so I got Leaves of Grass because this is pretty well revered in the lit community. And then perhaps two of my favorites. I already have their text, but I wanted the cooler versions, I guess, and the full collection of what they wrote. And so the first one is the Edgar Allan Poe collection. This is a pretty cool cover. And you know how I feel about dust covers, so we're going to just go ahead and get rid of that because it looks like
the exact same.
The hardback anyway, which is very cool. And then my crowning achievement of the day, my purchase, is the Barnes & Noble Complete Fiction of H.P. Lovecraft. It's kind of hard to see with this plastic on.
Technically, we got all these books from Books A Million. But then when he got the Edgar Allan Poe, it kind of reminded him that he wanted the H.P. Lovecraft's collection, and obviously that's a beautiful book. So this book was not, a bargain book for sure. But
well, they had a collection.
It's worth the price.
They had a collection at
Books A Million.
Books A Million, but it wasn't the complete collection, I don't think. And it was just a basic hardback, and I wanted something cool to look at, considering he's one of my favorite writers. So it's a very cool edition. And this has all of his complete fiction that he wrote. It doesn't include the collaborations he had with other writers or authors, but this is enough for me. So it's got silver on the pages and then a purple bookmark. It's a very cool edition that Barnes & Noble sells. They actually, I think, only had one or two of these when I went, so I was glad I went. But that's it. That's the last one I got. She's got a giant pile of books to cover, so I'll let her do that.
Okay. So I've got, it's called Five Total Strangers. It is supposed to be a thriller about this woman who was planning to go on an airplane. The obviously snowstorm has prevented that from happening. So she has to get wherever she needs to go. So she joins in with 4 other people who also end up not knowing each other. And it's pretty much like a scary thriller.
See, this one was also nice.
Scary thriller, strangers on a trip. So there's that. Then I got Warcross and Wild Card. I was told that this is kind of like Ready Player One, but better. And I've been told by someone little birdie, told me that they hated Ready Player One, which will be a very controversial.
Controversial.
Yeah.
I tried reading it
Topic.
5 or 6 times. I got a third of the way through it, and I donated it.
Okay. Well, so I decided, okay, instead of reading that, I'll read this, and we'll see what happens. So, there we go. Then, because I've already read The Martian, and we read what's the other one called?
Hail Mary.
Yeah, Hail Mary.
Project Hail Mary.
I figured I would finish off his work. So this is his first book, Artemis. This is one apparently that is kind of rough in the aspect of liked or not liked. So we'll see how that goes. But I have to finish it because I love his other 2 books so much that, I mean...
It's his debut novel.
Yeah.
They're not perfect.
So there's that. Then I got a thing that I found called High Tide Club by Mary Kay Andrews. There's that. I don't know anything about it other than it's mystery and it's chick lit kind of a thing. So
Chick what?
it's called chick lick.
Oh,
lit.
Chick.
Chick
Not
lit.
chick lick. Chick
No.
lit.
No. God.
Okay.
Oof.
Just want to be clear, because you said chick lick the first time.
You be quiet over there. Okay, so then we'll get to those in a minute. I also got Catwoman, Sarah J. Maas, very well-known author, and so she did this like a whole like series and all different authors. I only really care in DC. I really only care about a very, very few: Batman, Wonder Woman, and Catwoman, and Batgirl, stuff like that. But so there was a Catwoman one, so I got it because I really like Catwoman in the DC comics. So here we go.
And it mentions a character named Batwing, I think. I've never heard of that character, so.
Which is a big deal because you know pretty much all the.
I wouldn't say
comic
I know
characters.
all of them. Just
Just
I've
enough.
been a Batman fan for a long time, but I don't know who Batwing is.
So I found this author through another YouTube channel. I don't know. It's like little romantic books, and apparently the main characters have very quirky, not heard of very often hobbies that are within the book. So I bought 2 of them just to try them out: Starry Eyes and Serious Moonlight. But that's all I know. And then I saw this. I like anything to do with witches when it comes to books. Anything. It's called Year of the Wicked. And it's actually 4 books. 1, 2, 3, 4. Summer, fall, winter, and spring. That might be why it's 4. Anyway, I don't know anything about it. I only know is it's got to do with witches. And I like witches.
And
so.
the seasons, apparently.
Apparently, yeah. So maybe it's like season per witch. I don't know. Anyway, there's that. Pretty good chunky book. Then I might as well add this. Oh no, I got more. Good God, I did go crazy. The very first one, How to Hang a Witch, another witch book. So this is the second version, and I don't know. I haven't read How to Hang a Witch yet, but this was like $2, so might as well continue the collection. So there's that. It's called Haunting the Deep, the second book.
Relevant to the month.
Yeah, there we go. I can't say this word, so he's going to.
It's Siddhartha.
I don't know if you know of a YouTube channel called PewDiePie, but he surprisingly does book reviews now and then, and he did this one.
Very occasionally.
Yeah, I mean, it's very sprinkled in there because... Anyway, he did this one. This sounded very, very interesting. I am very interested in Buddhism and altogether. I've read 2 kind of books to talk about this kind of stuff, and so this is just another one about the actual guy.
Yeah,
The prince.
Gautama Buddha.
Yeah. He was a prince, and then he realized that his people were
Suffering.
so he stopped being a prince.
Well, there's a lot more to it than that.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
It's a very good book.
Man.
If you have any interest in Eastern philosophy, I definitely recommend reading it. That's one of the texts we read in my classes.
Oh, well, there you go. I didn't know that. So this is another one, Spelled. It's a retelling of Wizard of Oz is what I'm being told. It's very pretty. I like anything to do with shoes on books. I don't know why. Like Cinder, for instance. That's the only reason that series got a hold of me was because it's got a shoe on the cover. I didn't know anything about it until then. So let's hope this goes the same way. And I like it just as much. And then because I like, I'm hoping to like Michael Crichton. Crichton. I call him Crichton. Whatever. It's Prey. It's another one of his books. We've got Jurassic Park, The other one to Jurassic Park.
Lost World.
Lost World, Sphere. So here's another one. And one of my favorite all-time authors, even though I can't say her name. Anyway, Truly Madly Guilty. I've already read this book in Audible like a long time ago, but here's the actual book. Unlike him, I'm not going to take the cover off, but that's only because, you know, it's just plain Jane underneath there. But she has done like Husband Secrets and the one that's on HBO. Oh, of course, it's escaped
Strangers or something?
Big Little Lies.
Oh, I was way off.
So that's on HBO. Anyway, which the book is a whole lot better, obviously, than the series. But here's another one of hers. I got it to go with a collection of hers. So there we go. Then I am part of Book of the Month. It's a book club that you get a book once a month. You can add to the box. It's like $10 per book. If you add to it, you only get 2 books to add. I'm not sponsored by any means at all. I've got 3 books from them. The one that is part of the actual month that you get to choose the books from is the X Hex is what I chose. And then I added The Invisible Girl by another well-known thriller writer, Lisa Jewell. And then The Personal Librarian, which I hear great things about. So there's that. Okay, that's all I got. That's all he's got. I guess we're done with that. Yep, that was fast.
The book haul.
We wanted to make it quick. We don't want to, you know, bore you with all these, you know, fabulous books we bought and make you jealous.
If you guys bought any books recently, put them in a comment down below and let us know. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. And happy reading.
Yeah, have fun.